got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike you can see, that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, no it don't get broken. Legalized mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in the show called TheMan-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85 inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed. Remain calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You're now rocking with the voice, you know what it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is awesome production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S-God G-O-D. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome back, man. Salute Knicks Nation. What's good? Also salute to the Blue Devil Nation. You already see the background. You see what it is. You see them Duke Blue Devils. Yeah, the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? The brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? So gonna do a little Knicks talk, a little March Madness. You know I ain't been around for a little bit, been busy a little bit, but I'm back on here now. You know, just come on here, talk a little bit basketball with you folks and stuff like that, man. But before we get started, if this is your first time to my channel, please hit that like and subscribe button and also share it and also hit that notification bell so that way you won't miss an episode and you get the live updates and also my analysis and things. But anyway, thanks for tuning in to the Man-Cave podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm your host, S. God. And this episode is just going to be Knicks recap and some March Madness talk and some upsets that's already happened in college basketball because that's what it do. That's what they do in college basketball. You know what I'm saying? But as far as, like I said, the Knicks, they just came off of a West Coast trip. You know what I'm saying? Knicks had a great West Coast trip, man. They took 3 out of 4 games. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks still under shorthanded. You know what I'm saying? Brunson is back. You know, OG came back, but then he went back out again. But anyway, the Knicks went 3-1 on their road trip. First game beat the Blazers. Then they beat the Kings. And then they beat the Warriors, and then last game last night they lost to the Nuggets, which was kind of expected, but the game was close. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks was right there, in that game for most of the game until like the third, fourth quarter. But like I said, they kind of ran out of gas a little bit. But we'll see those guys again at some point. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, Knicks had a great road trip. Like I said, taking 3 out of 4. You know what I'm saying? On this trip, shorthanded. So that's all you can ask for the Knicks. Brunson, of course, Brunson was spectacular, like he's been all season long. The guy's been unstoppable. Like I said, this guy has to be in the MVP conversations. I don't care what nobody says. So I know some Knicks fans or some media analysts don't want to say that, but you got to put the guy up there. He's got to be one of the top 5 or top 4 MVP candidates for the season. I mean, he has been nothing but spectacular. You know what I'm saying? And, he's playing a little bit gimpy and stuff like that, but the guy's a true warrior, man. He's the one guy, one of the one guys you could count on. For the Knicks, though, Brunson, he bring that bulldog mentality, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, on that road trip, it's like Brunson has some couple of 40-point games, against the Blazers, the Warriors game and stuff like that. And, I mean, he's just been getting a lot of praise because, like I said, nobody's seen this coming with Jalen Brunson, so the guy's been like an absolute monster, out there for the Knicks, you know what I'm saying? So when we get back fully healthy, you know what I'm saying, we're going to be a problem, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting some good news on Mitch. Mitch is practicing right now. So he's back in the fold. You know what I'm saying? That's a great thing, to add that depth. He's going to be coming off the bench, to work his way back in. Or, I think they're probably going to bring him off the bench so that way he won't mess up the flow from the starter, with Hartenstein in there and stuff like that. But anyway, it shapes up. We're going to have 2 solid big men, for defensive rebounding, the anchors, blocking shots, things like that. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be good. And we just got to see what's going on with Julius. See what the evaluation is going to be with him. See, how that shoulder's holding up. And, if he, if he's gonna need surgery or he's not gonna need surgery. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully not. Like I said, hopefully he maybe have to play. He might have to play through it and see how it goes and see how much pain he can do. And I hope he don't re-aggravate it again because that's another downfall to like an injury. You know what I'm saying? Is re-aggravating a dislocated shoulder. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, the Knicks have been playing like beasts out there. You know what I'm saying? They're going with a 3-guard alignment out there and started. And one game they have four guards out there around with Hartenstein. So you know it's been good. Like I said, they come home for some little home cooking. You know, I think they play. I want to say Brooklyn or Detroit. I think it's Detroit. I think it's Brooklyn. It might be Brooklyn. So that'll be tomorrow, 1 o'clock game and stuff like that. And, you know what I'm saying? But man, 3-1. You know what I'm saying? I think we're still in the fourth seed. I think we still have the fourth seed. If we could just hold on until all the horses get back and make this deep postseason run, and like I said, it kind of bodes well for us because these guys are coming back at the end of the season, so they're going to be fully energized. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be fresh, you know, going to the playoffs while other teams going to have guys who are going to be worn down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to help us, you know. So can't wait for this, you know, for the postseason to come about, man. So see what we do, see what noise we make and stuff like that. Whatever happens, though, we're going to make some noise. We are definitely going to make some noise in the postseason. I'm watching some of this game right now, you know what I'm saying? I see Duke. I'm watching, of course, you know, support the brotherhood, Duke. You know what I'm saying? Been a Duke fan since 1983, man. You know, that initial Duke recruiting class that came in, you know, Mike Krzyzewski's recruiting class with Mark Allery, Jay Billis, Johnny Dawkins, Tommy Amaker, David Henderson, you know. So I've been through and through a Duke fan. I know people used to be like when I was growing up in the projects, people's like, how you a Duke fan, man? It's like he's like them Dukies, them white boys, and all them type of stuff. It's like you like them bums, them scrubs. Always been a Duke fan, man. I think I became a Duke fan. I still remember I still remember it was one day I came upstate in the summertime. No, it was like in the wintertime because it was a February game. I came upstairs just to like do something. I don't know, get something to eat or something like that. And the TV was on and the Duke game was on. And all of a sudden I just seen the Cameron Crazies going crazy, you know what I'm saying? Or like going rowdy in the student section. I'm like, yo, what's this? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't never seen that before. You talking about 1980, you know, in the 80s, you know, because in the 80s growing up in New York and Staten Island, you know what I'm saying? So all we was watching was the Big East basketball at Georgetown, Seton Hall, Syracuse, Villanova. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never see Duke. Then when I saw the Duke game, I saw the crowd, the student section going crazy. I was like, yo, that's crazy. And ever since then, I was hooked. And I remember that game. That was Duke versus Maryland, and I believe it was Maryland with the late Len Bias. I think it was Len Bias. I'm mistaken. Let me see. Might have been a freshman, or he probably wasn't there yet. But all I know was it was Maryland. I know we was playing at Cameron Indoor Stadium, Duke versus Maryland, and I was hooked, man. And like I said, ever since then, been a Duke Blue Devil fan. You know what I'm saying? So talking about about 41 years, man. 41 years as a Duke fan, man. Like I said, love them. Always gonna love, you know, Blue Devils and stuff like that. But looking at this current Blue Devil team, they're not like your mom and pop's Blue Devils from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that marquee elite point guard. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have that Jason Williams, Kyrie Irving type point guard, Bobby Hurley, you know, somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're missing right now. You know what I'm saying? We got some bigs, you know, Kyle Filipowski, you know, got Mark Mitchell, you know what I'm saying? They doing what they can do, you know what I'm saying? They good. But like I said, it's not like the, you know, Grant Hill, Christian Leitner, you know what I'm saying? Elton Brand, you know, Shane Battier, you know, that type of team, Trajan Langdon, Corey Maggette, all those type of dudes, all them Duke players from back in the day, you know. And I was like I said, I always get teased about that Duke UNLV rematch. You know what I'm saying? The first one, Duke got whooped by 30 points. But then, like I said, Duke came back with that game changer. And you know what that game changer was? Number 33, Grant Hill, greatest Duke basketball player ever. Like I said, the thing with Grant Hill and what he did for Duke is he changed the perception. He single-handedly changed the perception of Duke basketball. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody's like, oh, these guys are nothing but, you know, just white boys and all this type of stuff. But, man, Duke brought some athletic black, you know, some brothers and stuff like that. And, hey, took care of business against UNLV. You know, Grant Hill, Thomas Hill, Antonio Lang. You know, we had some we had some athletes then on that rematch with UNLV because that first time we got beat. You know, we had Christian Laettner, Bobby Hurley, Phil Henderson, Allah Abdelnabi. You know what I'm saying? And they took care of business against us. You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augman. You know what I'm saying? Greg Anthony, Anderson Hunt, George Ackles. But yeah, we came back. We came back with Grant Hill the next year. Grant Hill, you know, Thomas Hill and Antonio Lang. Yeah, we got that revenge. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like I said, so in this game, Duke is playing Vermont in this game. So, you know, it's early in the first half right now, you know what I'm saying? But looking at some other like March Madness, man, of course, you know, the big ones, the big upsets from yesterday was Kentucky going home against Oakland. And also, I believe Duquesne eliminated Dayton. I think Duquesne eliminated Dayton. I think Dayton was up by 17 and they came all the way and Duquesne came all the way back and beat them, you know. And then looking at today, Colorado took out Florida and also Auburn. Auburn just got upset by Yale. So it's always that's what March Madness is about upsets, man. So that's the great thing about it, though. That's the great thing about it. It's a great thing about March Madness, man. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know, you know, what you're gonna be in for. Could be some high scoring game, could be some low scoring game, but you don't want to say pressure bust pipes, and that's what happens, man. You know, the pressure be on. You know what I'm saying? And you know, most of it, some of it too, is like you know, like I tell my friends and stuff like that. It's like back in the day, there was no one and done. So you know, the mid majors and the small schools really didn't have a shot because when you play against the top five, the Power Five conferences and stuff like that, those guys are staying like 3-4 years. You know, but nowadays with the one and done, you know, it levels the playing field, you know, for mid majors because those guys are, you know, they got guys who've been in for 4 or 5 years together. You know what I'm saying? Where are they playing like teams with one and done, which be changing like, you know, players like every year, like Duke, Kentucky, you know, places like that. But that's the fun thing about excuse me. That's the fun thing about March Madness, man. It's always like excitement. You know, the games is always a thriller. Somebody, you know, and you know, heroes are born, you know what I'm saying? So that's the great thing about it. I'm gonna look back at some of these look back at some of the highlights from yesterday. Oh, and also Sanford almost upset Kansas yesterday. Sanford was down like 23 points in that game in the second half, and they came roaring back, you know, and that game was very close. It was a nail biter. It was a nail biter last night, man. Let me look at this. Yeah. Yeah, let me see. Auburn's Beckham, Jackson also Yale. Yeah, Oakland, you know what I'm saying? The market and open the Ducks. Yeah, the dude name was Goki or something on UK on upset UK yesterday for Oakland. Dude, he had like 10 threes, man. 10 threes. And they beat Connecticut yesterday. I mean Kentucky yesterday. 80-76. Let me look back to some scores yesterday. Michigan State beat Mississippi State. Duquesne eliminated BYU. Oh, it was BYU. Duquesne eliminated BYU. Creighton eliminates Akron. Arizona eliminates Long Beach State. UNC beat, you know, hometown team Wagner College from Staten Island. Illinois beat Morehead State 85-69. Oregon upset South Carolina 87-73. And then Nevada almost upset Dayton, but Dayton wins. You know, and then also yesterday in a low scoring game, Texas beats Colorado State. You know, Iowa State beats San Diego State. Gonzaga eliminated McNeese State. Tennessee beat St. Peter's, who was the darlings, I think a couple of years ago. And quiet as kept. NC State, man. NC State been hot. Them boys from Raleigh been hot, man. They won a whole ACC tournament in like 5 days. I mean, them boys was cooking. I got to give them props. You know, NC State, you know what I'm saying? The Wolfpack been doing that thing. They beat Texas Tech yesterday. They upset Texas Tech. They eliminated them. While Washington State eliminates Drake. And like I said, the last game was Kentucky and Sanford. Kansas and Sanford. Sanford loses by 4 points, but like I said, they were right there in the end. They were right there. And then in today's game, so far, Colorado and Florida was in a barn burner. Colorado eliminates Florida 102-100. Yale upsets Auburn. And also the top seed Connecticut, they roll past Stetson. And Clemson beat the New Mexico, the Lobos, who people thought was going to be a upset alert, but that didn't happen. Marquette beats Western Kentucky. San Diego State's take care of UAB. Baylor blew out Colgate. And Florida Atlantic, the darlings from last year, they go out in the first round, losing to Northwestern. So those are what you call it, man. But like I said, that's what March Madness is about. Like I said, this is a good time of year. I know, like I said, been busy the last couple of weeks, man, but I'm gonna be back on here, you know what I'm saying, especially with the Knicks, you know what I'm saying? And also, like I said, this March Madness, a lot of good games on. And there's gonna be some more upsets, you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be more upsets. That's just the nature of the beast. So right now, playing is Duke. Duke and Vermont is playing right now. Duke up 22-16 early in the first quarter, 9:42 left to go. Also, Texas A&M and Nebraska, man, they are in a shootout. There's a barn burner right there. Texas A&M is up 42-33 in the first half. So that's the score. And then also, like I said, then a little bit later, after these games, it's going to be number one top seed Purdue going to take on Grambling. Alabama takes on the College of Charleston. Houston is going to be up against Longwood. And then a great matchup that people like been pegging, like James Madison versus Wisconsin. Everybody picking James Madison to upset Wisconsin. And then the two later games going to be TCU versus Utah State. And the last game is Grand Canyon University versus St. Mary's College. So, yeah, like I said, that's the thing about March Madness, man. It's a great thing. It's great. I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Grew up on that. So this is fun, man. This is a fun time of year for sports, man. March Madness going on. Also, the ladies' game. Don't sleep on the ladies' game. You know what I'm saying? You got South Carolina doing their thing. Dawn Staley and her girls doing their thing. Also, you got LSU, Angel Reese, and then also you got Caitlin Clark, from Iowa. So it's going to be fun watching them too. You know what I'm saying? It's all tournament March Madness. See who's going to bring home the hardware. Like I said, I know everybody probably watching and most likely watching some March Madness or watching some NBA games later on. But for right now, it's March Madness time. Like I said, I need my boys. I need Duke to pull out this game. Get past this first round and make it to the round of 32 and then on to the Sweet 16. Let's take it one game at a time. Earlier yesterday, Caleb Foster, the Duke freshman point guard, he's been ruled out for the tournament, so he's not gonna play in the tournament. So they're down one guard, but like I said, they should be able to hold up and do what they got to do. But they playing a scrappy, feisty Vermont team. Never easy. Like I said, March Madness is never easy, man. And then also, what's that next month, man? Yeah, next month will be the NFL draft in Detroit. I'm going to be there. Again, last year I was in Kansas City for that draft. And then, like I said, I'll be there this year for the NFL draft. New York Giants. Let's see what the Giants do. And also my boy, Jay Force, he'll be there with me too and say Raider Nation, But like I said, man, it's all good, man. It's like the draft. I'm probably going to broadcast live from Detroit. So we're gonna be talking football. It's gonna be a football roundtable talk or something like that. Anybody can come on, just jump on the panel. I'm gonna have an open panel so you could jump on, talk about your team, the draft strategy, and what you like and what you don't like. Comment in the section. You can leave some comments and things like that. Just join the panel. Just be interactive, man. Have a good time. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go. 8:18 left to go in the first half. Duke up 24-16. They gotta keep scoring. So watch a little bit March Madness here. You know what I'm saying? Gotta support the Duke Blue Devils, my team, the Dukies. You know what I'm saying? Oh, good pass. Nice, Mark Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, Knicks been doing their thing too, man, with Brunson and stuff like that. Brunson been holding it down. You know what I'm saying? So once Julius gets back, and we get the team back whole, you know what I'm saying? We should be good. We're gonna be all right. Only thing we gotta do right now, we gotta weather the storm right now, you know, so you just gotta weather the storm. That was a little March, man. I know, like I said, with Kentucky being out and some other team get upset, I know some people brackets already busted anyway. Kentucky was one of the final four teams that people had in there, you know, so that bracket, if you had that bracket's busted. But like I said, it ain't gonna be. It's gonna be some more bracket busters going on and stuff like that. So that's the beauty of March Madness. That's the nature of the beast. You know, we just gotta embrace that thing. You know, but like I said, I'm just coming on here today just to talk a little bit. You know what I'm saying, about the Knicks recap. Knicks went 3-1 in a 4-game West Coast trip. Great trip. Beat the Blazers, beat the Warriors, beat the Kings. And then, like I said, the last game last night, you know, they lost to the Nuggets. You know, it was like a payback for the Nuggets, you know, because Knicks blew them out in New York by 30. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know, we're going to lose one of the games. Hey, let it be the Nuggets game. But like I said, excellent road trip, 3-1 on the road trip. Can't ask for anything better. You know what I'm saying? 75%. That's what we want. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I do, we know we walking wounded right now. We just got to hold serve, let these guys come back a little at a time. And we're going to take it from there. Like I said, we got some good news on Mitch. Mitch is practicing. So he should be back. What's it? Should be back within a week or something like that. That's what they say by the end of the month. So you'll see him in the game. But like I said, they'll bring him off the bench slowly to work himself back in. And then, like I said, before you know, I mean, the playoffs will be here. And he'll be in game shape, be ready. And then, like I said, we just have to wait on Julius, see what Julius' prognosis is, you know what I'm saying, on his dislocated right shoulder. Hopefully we get some good news where he don't have to have surgery. And, you know, say he just probably put a sling on or something like that and just see if he could, like, how much pain he can play in, you know, during the season until the season's over. Then he can go and possibly have surgery and stuff like that. Well, like I said, just leave me in your comments. Like, comment below, like, who's your March Madness? Like, who's your, killers and stuff like that? Who's your upset pick and stuff like that? You know, what team you think is going to get to the Final Four and stuff like that and cut down the nets, you know? So interact, do some things like that. I know everybody got their favorites who they think is going to win. You know, UConn is probably the favorite to cut down the nets. You got Purdue also, you know, UNC, North Carolina, stuff like that. So it'll be fun, man. It'll be fun to just see what happens in this tournament, see what happens in this March Madness. But thank you for joining me for a little bit, man. Like I said, if this is your first time to my channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also, share this video and stuff like that. And like I said, if you've been watching this long, man, go ahead and subscribe, man. Tell a friend and another friend, you know what I'm saying? Just hit the subscribe button. Let's get this subscription level up. Let's get this channel going. And like I said, support the channel. And like I said, I'll be bringing you more and more dope content, especially Knicks, Giants. And like I said, Duke, I slack on Duke this year. You know, a little bit busy, but I'll get more Duke content out there too. But like I said, you see in the background, you see that Duke Blue Devils, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Duke up 26-16 right now. You know, but like I said, it's still early first quarter and things like that. But we'll see. Like I said, I'll probably be back on here next week or something like that, do some more Knicks recap and get back in the swing of things. You know, or could possibly be on Sunday morning or something like that. But I think more like Monday or Tuesday, be back with some Knicks talk. Like I said, because now getting towards the end of the season, now getting to the meat of our, these games and stuff like that we just got to hold serve and win these games. And like I said, thank you for tuning to my channel, and we'll see you next time, man, on the Man-Cave podcast. And this is your host, S. God. Thanks for joining in.
Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. with my man S. God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, no it don't get broken. Legalize mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called TheMan-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85 inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed. Stay calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You're now rocking with the voice, you know what it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S.God. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.